What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have a huge news. Unfortunately it is not the best one. I will show you that the Grand Canyon, so-called Grand Canyon, between two parts of MMTLP community just became even bigger, and I will show you what is the reason of this and what should we do next in order to focus our efforts on the main target. And unfortunately, yes, we have what we have, but we have to deal with it as well. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. I want to begin today's video with this tweet that was published by Meta News, reposted by Meta News, but that was originally published by Roger James Hamilton. And he is the CEO of GNS. It is not the GNS Securities, it is a completely different company, Genius Group. And this company was also attacked by the short sellers. And Wes Christian, the person who was hired by flamethrower that was established by John Burda, the same person was hired to investigate this issue as well. And Roger James Hamilton wrote this: following the many requests from investors for an update, here's Genius Group's update on Wes Christian's pending litigation related to the alleged stock market manipulation of GNS shares. Let me quote this screenshot. Genius Group Limited is providing the following update with regard to the pending litigation related to the alleged stock market manipulation of the company's shares. The company appointed lawyers Christian Attar and Warsaw Bernstein to conduct due diligence and take legal action against alleged stock market manipulation against the company's stock by various parties. Counsel completed their due diligence and damages report in February 2024. Identifying evidence of multiple trade imbalances that suggest naked short selling and evidence of spoofing, with alleged damages calculated at between $251.3 million and $262.7 million. Subsequently, the lawyers have been in the process of securing third-party financing to proceed with the case. On October 24, 2024, the company was notified by Wes Christian of Christian Attar that funding has been secured and that once the most recent company data has been reviewed, to update our damage model and identify potentially new defendants. The complaint will be filed soon thereafter. So guys, definitely it is a good news for the GNS holders, GNS shareholders, but at the same time, we don't have any update from Wes Christian in regard to our case. And definitely this is not the best news, because we know that back in 2023 or 2024, in January of this year, John Burda established a completely separate entity, completely new company that he called Flamethrower. And the main purpose of this company was to investigate the actions that are surrounding MMTLP shares. And Wes Christian was hired as a lead attorney, as a lead lawyer to investigate this case. Unfortunately, since the beginning of January of the year of establishing this company, we don't have any news that might shed some light on this issue. And that is why, guys, this update from Roger James Hamilton raises even more questions. Why Wes Christian keeps silence in regard to the case of MMTLP saga. And definitely it is not the most attractive news for today's video. Let me show you this one. Marcus wrote this poll, and he published it just a couple of days ago. I was waiting for some preliminary results. As you can see, we have almost 500 votes in this poll. And let me quote you this: I'm eager to hear your thoughts on the Scott Trott case against FINRA, GTS and Schwab. What impact do you believe this could have on our resolution? Cast your vote and share your insights in the comments. Your perspective is valuable and I appreciate your engagement. And here you can see that almost 50%, 45.6% of respondents think that it might this case might have a positive impact on our entire saga. 16% think that it might be just a neutral. 12.7% of respondents think that it might be a negative impact, and 25.7% think they don't think anything, basically. This means, guys, you can compare only these two numbers, 45.6% against 12.7%. This means out of almost 500 voters, almost 250 think that this case will be positive for our entire saga, but only 30 people think that it will affect our case negatively. So at the same time, guys, take a look right here. We have more and more people who support the Jen Capella's opinion in regards to Scott Roth's actions. And you know that just recently Jen published a letter from Greg McCabe where he stated that Scott lied to the community. And I have a lot of doubts to any of points of view, but let me be completely unbiased and let me read this opinion as well. She published it on October 26 and she wrote, "Thank you, Matt, for setting the record straight." And unfortunately, I can't see the tweet that was published because of the account limitations, but let me show you further. Yet again, another example of Scott Roth blatantly lying to spin a narrative, just like his bizarre version of events regarding our very brief conversation on an action against E-Trade. That's all it was, a rushed, scattered, hard-to-follow 10-minute call that was cut short because Mr. Roth got another phone call. And he is correct on one point. The Idaho E-Trade shareholders choose not to pursue any further consultation from Scott Roth because we wisely decided to get our legal advice from an actual attorney. And guys, you know that Scott is not a lawyer, he's not an attorney, he's just an MMTLP shareholder who has 305 shares. And he is trying to help the entire community by making this case, by pushing this case forward. So let me continue. As well as the fact that we all agreed something about this guy just didn't feel right. And our instincts were spot on. Nice try, Scott, but really, you might want to try being more truthful moving forward. Repeatedly being proven a liar is not a good look. Again, guys, I don't like this type of narrative inside the community because it distracts us, it interrupts us, and it prevents us from getting the resolution. And guys, let me remind you that we have not more than 1 month till the deadline, a little bit more than 1 month, a month and a week, till the deadline of statute of limitations. Right after this date, and it will happen on December the 9th, right after this date we will not be able to file any new lawsuit. And that is why, guys, we have to act in order to push the case forward, and we shouldn't attack each other. But let me quote you another tweet, at this time from Jonah AR Intel. And let me quote you this in detail. "Hey Scott, or anyone that can answer for him, since he blocked people for asking for transparency in search of transparency. Scott claims to have proof of 700 million overage. Why all of them against McCabe if he already has such proof? What proof? FINRA has not actively supervised by the SEC in its actions regarding MMTLP before the fact, but there was certainly a flurry of activity after the U3 halt to deal with the fallout from having 700 million shares oversold and hundreds of millions of short shares outstanding and uncovered." Page 13 of his motion. "McCabe didn't counterfeit shares. Cite your source." And guys, I have to say that in the comment section to this tweet, we have a couple of quite interesting statements. So KK wrote 12 hours ago, "I don't think it matters anymore. He is not on our side, especially after seeing this post." And here's the screenshot of the post. Let me show you the original post. So Brandon Rivers wrote this. He could have helped to get us a share count a long time ago, but he hasn't. Kinda makes you think. And this tweet was an answer to the Scott Drott tweet where he explained the position of Greg McCabe, and where he basically said that Greg did nothing in order to solve the problem. At the same time, Scott responded to him 2 days ago. He wrote, "You get it. He sold long, then switched to a short game, in my opinion, either directly or through family and intermediaries. He has 30 shells to move the data and money around it. Just my opinion. But since he can open on how I'm so-called compromised, yes, by a little integrity and standards. And we have to find out what he is doing through Texas FOIAs. In optics of him are horrific for him and his fanboys and fangirls." And guys, I don't like this tweet. Here you can see that Scott explained his opinion that Greg McCabe allegedly shorted his own company, shorted the stocks of his own company. But guys, we know that he sold some of his shares, but he didn't short it, and at least we don't know about it. And this type of opinions, this type of speculations are not the best in terms of our case. On top of that, for example, right here you can see Murdoch, the meta guy, wrote this. He sold long and went short. You're on that Green Mountain Chiba train, buddy boy. His long position remains intact. One such a hard 180 lately. Now calling him names that sound like ramen soups and Ball the Butcher chirp. You're not as smart as you think you are, fish. Guys, I don't like it. I really don't like it. On top of that, take a look right here. Cplant, in response to the Scott tweet as well, wrote this one. You obviously enjoy being involved in lawsuits, so who are you going after next? The shareholders? Hard to believe. Someone with 305 shares would go to this much effort. Something's not right here. And this question is very legitimate, and you have to ask yourself what is the real intention of Scott to make this happen. But at the same time, guys, I asked you several times, just imagine the situation where the wrongdoer is the person or several people who was or who is in the board of directors of MMTLP or MMAT company. And if so, what would you do in this case? Will you push the case forward no matter what, or you will just surrender and you just have to say in this case, I will not go after them because they were the people who were on the board of directors of this company. I think it doesn't make sense. The main goal for all of the MMTLP community members is to receive some money that will cover their damages. On top of that, guys, Cplant himself has also quite interesting history. Ramen Soups wrote this. Next Bridge 10K a month consultant Cplant speaks out against Scott Drott. Don't worry, Scott, that $10,000 a month he gets from Greg McCabe isn't going to cover his legal bills. And he added a couple of screenshots. One screenshot is the conversation that I just read to you. At the same time, guys, he added several screenshots from this post. And here is the post that was published by Sam IM, and she wrote this. Something is not right here. How did Cplant produce a screenshot from Railroad Commission of Texas showing A39 has 1.926 and A11 has 1.964 barrels of oil via the University of Texas system leases to NBH when it was zero? Where else did we see a Cplant in NBH MMTLP filings with loans and consulting agreements? And here you can see quite interesting screenshots. So let me start with this one. On April the 20th of 2022, Cplant published this couple of screenshots that basically proved that at least 2 wells have quite substantial number of oil in it. And on top of that, guys, take a look on the next screenshot. Iron Cho wrote this. He's probably going to try to lie his way out of it, but anyone can check via the Texas RRC website to confirm that he made it up. Top half is the query I just ran. Bottom half is the C-plan screenshot where he claimed 1.926 barrels of oil from the same query. And he added 2 screenshots. And guys, take a look right here. These screenshots, this post was made on April 23rd of this year. And let me pay your attention to another couple of tweets. So wait a second. On June 16 of 2021, C-Plant also wrote this. The Orogrande asset holds 3.7 billion barrels of oil. It's no joke. That is proven. It's larger than the Apache field that lays next to it. That is the largest field found in the world. That field was not producing when they bought it. Think of that for a minute. And he added this. The special dividend will likely pay out between $10 and possibly $20 per share. Orogrande has 3.7 billion barrels of oil reserve at $70 plus. It's a slam dunk. And guys, take a look right here. Here is the official statement of Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, and here you can see that this paragraph. Also on February 29, 2024, we entered into a consulting agreement with an individual under which the consultant has agreed to provide analysis and advisory services to us for consideration of $10,000 per month at the issuance to him of 500,000 shares of common stock under the terms and conditions of the consulting agreement. And here is another part of the paragraph. The consulting agreement executed contemporaneously here with by and between company and Clinton A. Plant. Clinton A. Plant is C-Plant allegedly. And guys, on the one hand, it is huge question mark what services C-Plant gave to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. At the same time, guys, the agreement was signed on February 29th of this year. And take a look right here. These statements, these screenshots were made in 2021 and 2022. And this means at that moment, potentially he wasn't paid by Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. And what was his intention to make these statements? I don't know, guys. And I have to say that today's video raises even more questions for all of us. And I have to say that yes, we also have quite interesting updates that are still on the table. Let me remind you that on October the 4th, David KDNM wrote that, let me quote it for you. MMTLP community, we have suffered almost 2 years. I want to share a shred of information from something I've worked on, along with a good friend of rural Utah. We, along with 2 US Marshals and another very serious individual, have gotten vital info to someone willing to act. So guys, this was quite promising news, but since October the 4th, we don't have any update on this. On top of that, as you can see, B-Ball Coach wrote this. No, don't DM Scott, don't tell him anything, keep to yourself, period. And David wrote, I don't share anything with anybody. This means, guys, the Grand Canyon that divides our community is becoming bigger and bigger. And I think it is the worst news for today's video, because in this case we will not be able to focus on our main goal. Our focus is spread in between these tiny targets that are inside our community. And definitely it is not a good sign. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the